Given compliance, given expectations around IP, given the new focus around protecting data, companies are really starting to feel the need to pull back on policies that encourage mobility and collaboration with their employees.
Hi, I'm Joan Goodchild, Editor-in-Chief of CSO, and welcome to another edition of Security Sessions, where we talk about trends and topics important to security managers. Today we're going to be talking about protecting data at the endpoint and what companies need to do to evolve with an increasingly mobile workforce. And I'm joined by Brett Hansen. He's Executive Director of Data and Security Encryption at Dell. Did I get that right?
Yep. Very good. Yes, thank you.
Great. Tell me a little bit about your work with Dell first and what you do with them.
Well, I've been Dell for about 4 years. Previously, I was with IBM for many years with security businesses. With Dell, we acquired a company called Credent about 3.5 years ago. And what that provided was us a foundation to start building a business that focused on security. And what drove us was when we were talking to our customers, consistently as we were talking about endpoints and clients, data security was a big pain point for them. And so what we wanted to do is provide our own level of capabilities that can work on Dell, that we can sell with our Dell PCs, but also work across Lenovo, HP, Acer, Asus, Apple, the rest of the portfolio. And so since then, we've grown that business tremendously, both from a revenue perspective, but more importantly, we've been able to reinvest that into building out engineering teams and additional resources that really can build upon a great foundation, but now can provide a much broader portfolio of security assets for endpoints and data.
Okay, and so today we're going to talk about data in motion.
Yes, ma'am.
Right out of the gate, so how can a company, or how are you seeing folks strike that balance between securing data in motion and allowing an increasingly mobile workforce get their work done as they want to get their jobs done?
I think that you hit the nail on the head when you said strike that balance that many of them have not been able to. That is still a balancing act on that teeter-totter going one direction or the other direction, right? I'm allowing my employees to be very mobile and work from home and collaborate efficiently. Well, if I do that to such extent, I now start to put myself at risk for data vulnerabilities. And I talk to customers from very small to very large enterprises, and they're all, I think, still trying to struggle to find that balancing point. We did our own study about a quarter ago, and we found that 80% of companies are now putting new policies in place to restrict mobility. What we're hearing is, yes, I want to embrace a mobile workforce. I want to encourage work from home, bring your own device, any of these trends that you hear, but I'm now finding it necessary to set additional policies, additional restrictions, because I'm seeing a significant portion of my data being put at risk. And given compliance, given expectations around IP, given the new focus around protecting data, companies are really starting to feel the need to pull back on policies that encourage mobility and collaboration with their employees.
Okay, and so what are they doing instead? Are you seeing a growth in products that track data in motion? What are you seeing in the marketplace?
Well, you are seeing some new products evolve, but the feedback from many customers is I haven't found the right product for me. What I'm increasingly being forced to do is purchase data encryption for my clients. That's been around for a while. Then purchase a different set of capabilities around email-based encryption, and then have another set of capabilities for data leakage protection, and then another set of, and it goes on. And what they're saying is, too much. I call uncle. I don't need to have 9 different solutions. What I'm looking for is something that sort of starts to bring this together and looks at data holistically. As an industry, we have been behind in providing solutions that really think about data in the new paradigm that we have. I need data to be created and encrypted at rest. As data moves via email, via a cloud base, via network file share, I want to maintain that encryption in place. Mm-hmm. As that data transverses to new devices, whether it's a mobile device, a USB drive, a remote server, I need to take that encryption. I need, as an industry, to be able to understand where my data goes across my employees, across my partners, across my suppliers, and then have ability to actually control the data even when it's in use, right? Which is data rights management. And so there's a real need in the industry now to start bringing all these things together, not in some uber solution that overwhelms a company, but in a way that allows you to logically start to build upon your data security policies and start to have control and visibility. And so there's an opportunity for us to start to bring that as an industry to our customers to improve the data security and integrity that they have.
Let's talk a little bit more about that relationship between enterprises and third parties,
Right.
small companies. Should enterprises be concerned with regard to this issue about small businesses connecting in with what they're doing?
Absolutely, and it's not just small businesses, all businesses, right? So, I mean, think of Dell, right? We have tremendous amounts of IP in how you develop how you develop a PC and what it looks like and form factor, and there's a lot of great research that goes into that. We then take that and we ship that to multiple different individuals to go and help us put all these pieces together, right? Every time you let that data leak out there, you now are putting yourself at risk. So there's opportunities that we're already working within our own organization, beta testing some of the new technology that we're bringing forward to say, yes, you can send that information out there, but don't just send it over. Have it in a controlled fashion. Have it so that you can control who gets to see it, how long they get to see it, what they can do with it once they have it. They can't print it, they can't send it on, that sort of thing. So there's a real opportunity for companies to start to think about data in a different way of, instead of a walled compound, where I create this level of defense that as long as my data is in my compound is protected, we need to be thinking about it is, as your data leaks out of that compound, how do you protect it? So moving the paradigm from a walled compound to self-protecting data. Making data itself secure by having capabilities that allow it to travel with that data.
So what kind of takeaways can we give to employees to kind of enable them when we're talking about, the rather than the walled compound, self-protecting data? I mean, what are some best practices for enabling employees for awareness around this, specifically, with regard to endpoint?
Well, I mean, you bring up a great point, which is, technology is only half the battle, right? So if you can have the best technology, but if the employees are finding a way to turn it off or work around it, well, then it goes away. So first, I think there is an element of ensuring that as you're looking at your technology, you're aligning it to your business strategy, and then educating your employees on what both of those are, right? The last thing you want to do is roll out a solution that employees find cumbersome that they then find a way to work around, making it moot. So first and foremost is education. And I think that something I've heard consistently from customers who have been successful is the carrot and the stick, right? So making sure that you're educating your employees, making sure they are aware of why you're doing this, making sure they understand the value to the company. But then those who are consistently failing or stepping around, having real policies that are designed with the leadership, designed with HR to say, employees who consistently fail us on our security should be reprimanded. There are actual consequences, because it's too easy for employees to say that's IT's problem, that's someone else's problem. Let's face it, in the day that we live in, it needs to be everyone's problems. And so there's absolutely a need for positive reinforcement, education, i.e. your carrot, and then back that with some very stern consequences if employees consistently are not meeting those expectations.
All right. Okay. Well, great recommendations, and as always, a common theme in a lot of things we cover on CSO, awareness, always one of the toughest nuts to crack in all organizations. So, all right, Brett Hansen with Dell, I'd like to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And that'll do it for us. If more information on endpoint security, data in motion, and other important topics for security managers, check out other parts of CSO Online. For now, I'm Joan Goodchild. Thanks for watching.